Good evening and salutations, my Beyond the Cave fans. Okay, so I noticed it a little bit when I was watching the episode, the award ceremony and everything, and I felt myself just kind of drifting off and tuning out a little bit. And it wasn't so much that I didn't really find it interesting, I found it more boring, but the reason why I wasn't really feeling the same is because we don't know Nicole, right? So her getting this award and everyone cheering her on because she's this and that and everything like that, that sounds great on paper. But if you was to actually sit there and watch this show for like maybe 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, whatever, right? Whatever the amount of time it would be. And we saw her struggles and stuff, and we saw how she was really helping people and how she was there for her family and everything like that. I feel that me personally, I would have connected to a little bit more, you know? Um, Instead of just having people sit there and say, oh, you're wonderful work and the family speaking up for her and everything, which is fine, but it's like, there's no connection to it. It's like, the show's been on for like, what, 3 weeks? And we're already sitting up there watching this ceremony about a woman that we still don't really know yet. So it just didn't work for me. You can tell that Eva is starting to not really be so cool about this plan. Loyalties are definitely going to be tested, right? She's surprised that she's even going to this party. And, when she gets there, or even before she gets there, she's sitting there imagining a life where she actually told Ted that, hey, listen, I'm your daughter and everything like that. And everything just kind of worked out. Because that's what she really wants, ultimately. This is why she said, and I'm kind of glad that they kind of bring it back. This is what I wanted. You know what? I'm actually glad that I did this review because there's a point in each episode where they kind of bring back like a couple of seconds of, the stuff that happened before to catch people up. Instead of them just saying the same goddamn thing over and over and over and over again. One of the things that she said, and this is about Ted, was, people change and people grow. They make mistakes, and when enough time passes, they can sit there and learn and whatever. And this is more about Ted and him just leaving them. This is why she's imagining a life with them. This is why also when she gets there, she sees Leslie and she's like, yo, what are you doing? You're messing up your own damn plan. Like, this isn't even like the plan right now. Like, what are you doing? But she's more about her own getting back at Ted and, whatever plan that she had, it's not really it's not as important as far as just keep goading and getting back at her. Getting back at him. And she sees Ted and she's all like, just talking and making him uncomfortable and everything. And even when Eve was like, yo, listen, you need to leave. Um, she's like, no, I'm not going anywhere. And she also does sit there and check her dress, like, yo, what are you wearing? You're wearing stuff that's all fancy. You're talking a little bit differently. What's up with this? This is why I sit there and say loyalties are tested. So you got that. You got Martin being the usual control freak that he is. There's one point where another reporter is talking to Martin about a possible job opportunity, a big news outlet or a big reporting story. And Martin's like, I don't know. I don't really think that I don't really think that he'll be interested in it. He's not exactly in the market, you know? Like, so you're just speaking for him now? Like, seriously? Hell, even when he was talking to Smitty and Smitty was like, I'm so glad that we worked things out. He was like, oh, you mean that argument that you won? argument, because I would like to sit there and think it's a discussion. The fact that you actually have to have a discussion about him wanting to work is just so out of pocket, but or him being able to work is just so out of pocket, right? So you got a lot of things going on, and they're not good so far. Then Vernon, when he was at the diner, he heard a call. See, Vernon may not still be in the politics game, but he knows. He still knows what's going on. He knows the major players and stuff like that. He knows what's going on, especially in his town, in his area. And he approaches Martin. He's like, "Oh, so you thought I was going to find out?" He's like, "You're running for president." And I don't think that's a good idea. I'm like, why? Secret. And Martin's like, "Hey, listen, that secret is buried. It's good." Brennan's like, "Listen, you got you won." You know, it's like you replace your confidence with arrogance in a sense, because he basically sits there and says that to be a president, there's going to be a lot more scrutiny than the position that he's at. And this is why he's like, "Oh, you're bored or whatever," and you know, you need to kind of just chill out, because if you keep pushing, the secret's going to come out. He's like, "Remember what I said?" And it does suck, you know, because whatever the secret is, it's going to be so big that I don't know. You know, he's like, "I don't think you're going to survive this. I don't think that your presidency is going to survive this. Hell, you may not even go back to Congress or congressman. You might just want to sit there and stay where you at right now. Normally, this is a shoot for the stars kind of thing with everyone, but you and what you got going on right now, you need to be happy your ass is right here doing what you're doing." All right, so let's talk about this. So just something on the Keisha side. Keisha Moore, if you don't know Keisha Moore, definitely you've seen her in the chat. Okay, she is the Alexis Davis of the chat, the Beyonce of the group, and one of the things that she said, and she also has her own channel, so definitely check her out. But one of the things that she said was that she appreciated just how modern the show is. We got Danny Smith there. Almost felt like almost like an entirely different episode with Naomi scolding Danny, but Danny is looking at Insta, being upset, seeing Haley and Bill on their honeymoon and everything. I'm sorry, Princess Haley. So you know she's all upset and everything. And okay, cool, that's good. They got FaceTime, and um, he was talking about the shave room and the Breakfast Club and everything like that. They let you know that this is in the modern era, and that's good, and that's great, right? So, and maybe this is a little bit of a pet peeve, and I still appreciate just them being more modern than damn near any other soap that I've seen. There's a point where the kids are sitting there talking, right? And, you know, they're talking about Martin being with Vernon, and Vernon being upset or whatever. And there's a couple of times, there's a couple of slang words that they use, like, "Oh, you know, it slaps," or, you know, "that's sus." And maybe it's just me a little bit, and maybe I'm just nitpicking, but it was like, okay, yeah, we get it. Like, we get it. Um, you know, with the slang and everything, like we kind of slow it down a little bit, just a tad bit, because it did start to come across as a bit kind of cringe, if we're gonna be honest. Like, you know, like on one hand, I appreciate it being modern. The other hand is like, okay, we know it's modern, it's cool. You can kind of just you got FaceTime and everything like that. You can kind of just just you know, it reminded me of Young and Restless when Connor was talking to Adam, and I think he says something along the lines. He was like, "Oh, no cap," and I was very impressed because YNR is people sit there and call it the Old and the Restless. I can appreciate that. Anyway, Kat wasn't there because I guess they didn't really feel the need to. Well, to be fair, that's actually her daughter. So I don't know why she wasn't there. I know she has some sort of business trip. Now, what business is she in? I have no idea. I don't know if she's necessarily an influencer, like like Chelsea or whatever. But oh, also Jacob is there. I'd be remiss if I didn't sit there and mention that. Anyway, she wasn't there. Um. Oh, and Leslie. I mean, and Eva got Leslie kicked out when she was clapping for Nicole. This was a genuine clap. This wasn't like it was genuine. So, do, 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 do. Yeah. Listen, I thought they were going to sit there. I thought we were going to sit there and hear Anita sing. I mean, if it was bad singing, I was going to skip it. But like, I thought we were going to sit there and hear it. We didn't hear it. I guess maybe they're saving that for tomorrow. Who the hell knows? Anyway, I feel like that is the bulk of the episode. Now, I might have missed some stuff here or there, but that's just the general gist of it. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do a live stream tonight. I'm debating it. I do have to wake up super early, but I did get so much stuff done so early. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I will or if I won't. But check the community tab. Check the community tab. I've been simply debating that since I was at work. Like I'm good in a sense, but I don't know. I always it's like Friday. I could do the live stream. Saturday I'm off. We could really sit there and just kind of go ham and everything. Um, anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go. I will sit there and see you in the next video. And yeah.